Hello one and all, welcome back to the Chelsea FC Save with me, Frew FM. Today we've got a massive double header against Tottenham in the Europa League. Probably the hardest draw we could have got, but I won't complain. If we get through this round, who knows what could happen. Let's get into it. So I'll just take you quickly through the two games we played after the Basel game. We played a game against Leicester in the Premier League, which was one of the most frustrating games I've played on Football Manager for some time. Just look at the stats, boys. Just look at them. 22 shots, 8 on target. We had 4 clear-cut chances and missed the lot. Look at the ratings for our front three there. 6.3, 6.3, 6.4. Really poor showing from those three guys. I mean, I did try to make some. I took Pedro for half-time, brought Denis Suarez on. Didn't make much of a difference. He made one key pass, which was more than either of those two made, I suppose. But yeah, 0-0. Then we played another game against Stoke. Alvaro Morata with the only goal of that one. This one we were again quite dominant. Stoke only came into it really. I think they only had one shot in about the 80th minute, but they just sort of come out of the shell, tried to nick an equaliser. Very nearly did, but Thibaut Courtois made a fantastic save towards the end of the game. So really happy with this one. Apart from that, Alvaro Morata has broken his ribs. So yeah, so that means that for today's game, Alvaro Morata's injured. He's going to be out for both legs. I think he's out for about 4 to 5 weeks. So we're going to go with the evergreen Fernando Torres up front, who's just been an absolute beast in the Europa League for us. So we're going to go with Torres up front and the usual lineup in behind. We're going to go with Pedro rather than Suarez, just because Suarez hasn't really impressed me that much since coming in. He's had a couple of good games, but we're going to go with Pedro. So the Tottenham team is very similar to what we played against in the league last time. Christian Pavon really had a good game against us, but I think that was because Emerson was in left back as opposed to Kieran Tierney, who might have a bit better measure of him. He's slightly better defensively, I think, Tierney. Right then, so let's get into the game. Stamford Bridge is looking resplendent in the Thursday night sheen. If it is Thursday night, I think it is. It must be if it's the Europa League, surely. It's Tottenham get us underway. Pavon to Dyer. Cut out by his Piliqueta easily, and that is the end of the kickoff highlight. So Tottenham with the highlight, Pavon to Eriksson, Alderweireld, back to Pavon, cut out by Christensen. Now can we build from the back? Christensen plays it across to Matthijs de Ligt. Doesn't seem to be much space in that midfield, but Jorginho's found some, gives it to Fekir, who's actually banned in the Premier League at the minute. What a run that is. Torres! Fernando Torres! Oh, he scored! It's 1-0 to Chelsea. And Fernando Torres does it again in the Europa League. I just cannot believe it. He's just been excellent. I mean, I don't want to play him again in the league because he's played 9 times. And if he gets his 10th one, he gets a contract extension. And he's on 72 grand a week. And I just can't justify that kind of money. But Fekir, across for Fernando Torres, plants it into the top corner. What a goal. 1-0 to Chelsea. And so as I was saying in the intro, I think if we can get through this round against Tottenham, I think we've got a really good chance of going on to win it. There's not that many other teams that scare me. As Fekir whips in Torres, Christensen, chance goes wide, over the bar rather. But yeah, I'm not really scared by many of the other teams in the tournament. There's only really maybe Dortmund, I think, that could really cause us some problems. But yeah, 1-0 to Chelsea as we go in almost for half time. We've had a lot of yellow cards as we've got a highlight before the end of the half as Eriksson brings it forward now for Pavon. Ali, Kane, what pass that is. Oh, it's okay. Courtois gets it back up the pitch. Tottenham pushing at the end of this half though. Can we win it back? I don't know where Azpilicueta's gone there. Davies whips it in, there's Kane, and that is Azpilicueta's fault. Where was he going there? He's just ran off. Let's take another look at that again. So Eriksson plays it for Son. And Azpilicueta feels the need to come charging out there and leave Willian exposed. Davies knocks it in, there's Kane, it's 1-1. Tottenham with the away goal, of course, as well. It's a half-time then. We've picked up a lot of bookings. I might just have to tell the boys to ease off in the second half to avoid inevitable destruction from getting people sent off. So we've had definitely the better of the half, but Tottenham just had that one chance, whereas Piliqueta just had a mad moment and let Davies in. But yeah, let's get into the second half. We'll say I'm far from pleased. They look fired up. We'll just get into the second half then and see how we get on for the first sort of 15 minutes. Because the boys look fired up, so hopefully we can get some good stuff going. Right now I am just going to tell them to not get stuck in anymore, just because of all of those yellow cards. We don't want anyone getting sent off. Tottenham come forward with it. There's Willian, who's one of the players who isn't on the yellow card. Fernando Torres now. It just doesn't have any pace anymore. What's he going to do with it? Passes it to Willian. Willian, can he square it? Squares it. Pedro 2-1 to Chelsea. Tottenham still do have that away goal, but That's a vital goal. Fernando Torres there done really well again, just to bomb up the right hand side with no pace. I mean, look at that, look at his little legs going. But yeah, passed it to Willian. Willian across for Pedro, who found the corner, back where it came from, brilliant goal. 2-1. So we've got another highlight. Willian, headed away by Davinson Sanchez, and now Tottenham can bring it forward. Good tackle from Tini, there's Pedro, Fekir. Jorginho, Fekir again. Gives it to Fernando Torres, who scores again. It's 3-1. Fernando Torres yet again. Oh my word, this is unreal. So we win the ball back quite high up the pitch. I was fearing a Tottenham counter-attack, but Fekir came forward, bounced it off Jorginho. Ericsson tackled it, but it went back to Fekir. Torres, who is an absolutely ice-cool finisher. So it's 3-1 then. This is looking good for the second leg. But I'm just Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres. So we've got another highlight then as Peliqueta plays back to Courtois. Christensen into left back for Tini. Brings it forward nicely. Pedro holds it up. Fekir. Fekir again. No, it can't win it. Here's Eric Dyer. Pizzi. Oh, Tini again with another fantastic challenge. Here's Torres. Kante. Jorginho. Can he find? No, he's lost the ball. Kane. Ericsson. And Pizzi has found some space behind Tini here. Whips it in for Pavon. Dyer. Good save by Courtois. So we are just going to make some substitutions. I'm going to get Kante off, just with him being on a yellow card. We're going to get Fabregas on just to be a bit of a deep line playmaker and just defend. I'm going to drop Jorginho back to a defensive midfielder because this a deep line playmaker. So actually we'll put you on central midfielder and automatic. Yeah, because last time out against Stoke when I dropped Jorginho back down to a defensive deep line playmaker, it sort of just shored up that space in between the defence and the attack, so that's hopefully what we can do here. So Fabregas is the only change that I'll make then, and we'll just get back into the game. As a highlight, I don't know whether this is just because we've made a substitution or whether it's an actual highlight, but here's Tini, across for Pedro. Aurier is pushing right up on top of Pedro. But we found some space with Kante. Willian's in. Can he square it for Torres? Can he? He doesn't need to, because Willian has made it 4-1. Absolutely fantastic stuff from us. Great ball from Kante, who found some space. Willian just drifted in behind and done the rest, really. You see Pedro plays it into that space for Kante. Space vacated by the two defensive midfielders. Willian cuts inside, and there's nothing the goalkeeper can do. And yes, we will proceed with the tactical changes. So we've just got Kante off, who's just got himself. So we've got another highlight here. Fekir. In for Willian. Could it be 5? Ooh, Hansen tips it round the post. Something I've noticed, actually Tottenham aren't playing Lloris if he's still there. They must be playing the second choice. Delete off the corner, just over the bar. Yeah, they must be playing the second string goalkeeper, unless he's injured, obviously. The time ticks away then, so it's we're into the 92nd minute, and Tottenham do have another highlight. Another goal at this point might potentially be a bit disastrous for us. Gets it in, but it's away by Tini. And can we break and get a 5th goal? Willian Torres has got some space in the middle. He's found him. Pedro on the left hand side. Pedro whips it in. Willian! Oh! How was that gone in? Tottenham come forward with it now. Delete. A manic last couple of minutes. Courtois just bashes it up the pitch. And Ericsson's under it. Pavon. Christian Pavon. Derek Dyer. Ericsson. Finds it for Pizzi. Here's Pizzi. Across. Delete. With a vital interception there. And we bring it away. And that should be that, really. Right, so that does it for the game. Then it was 4-1 on the night. Fernando Torres with the brace, Pedro and Willian, Harry Kane with that one goal where Azpilicueta had the mad moment. But really good performance overall. I think it's going to be very difficult for Tottenham to come back. I can see us scoring a goal or two in the second leg as well, so hopefully we can, and hopefully we can get some away goals. But yeah, 4-1 on the night, great result. Classy Torres on form for Chelsea, of course he was. So he got a 9.1 rating, 2 goals, bagged himself a brace. I'll praise him, superb in front of goal. His form in the Europa League's been unreal. Andreas Christensen's under close scrutiny following Frew scouting mission. But yeah, we'll just send the assistant to that, and we'll get into we'll do the Watford game in between, and then we'll play the second leg of the game against Tottenham. Right then, so we're back for the Tottenham game. I'll take you through the game against Watford in between. It was nothing short of a disaster, to be honest. David Luiz got sent off in the 57th minute, and Richarlison scored shortly after. We were not good in this game. I mean, we had clear-cut chances again, but we missed them. Denis Suarez had played a blinder, 5 key passes and 2 chances created, but yeah, also Willian got injured, so that's another thing that went wrong. So yeah, everything that possibly could have gone wrong did. We lost the game. Andre Hahn got man of the match. Lovely old stuff. Right then, so this is the team to play at Tottenham. We're going to go with pretty much the same team, obviously, apart from with Willian's injury. So Nabil Fekir comes in on the right hand side as the inside forward on attack. You might notice that Eden Hazard is back from his long-term injury. He's only got 44% match sharpness though, so that we're not going to risk him in this game. Put him on the bench, might bring him on if needs be. But yeah, we're going with Denis Suarez again on the inside forward role, as he played a good game against Watford, so we can't deny him. And just again the same team, so yeah, let's get into it. So again, Tottenham go with the same formation. It's going to be more difficult for us, obviously, being away from home, but hopefully Fernando Torres can sort them out. So we've told them that we'll go out there and treat it basically as if you're starting from scratch, which I think is good. Everyone seems to be motivated into game focus, so hopefully that should see us through. Right then, so we get underway against Tottenham in the second leg. We lead 4-1 from the first leg. They obviously don't have an away goal, so they need to score 3 times. They've got a highlight after a minute, and they almost do take an early lead. Sanchez heads over though. So we got through the first 15 minutes of this game unscathed, and Harry Kane's actually picked up one up. We've got a highlight here. If we could get an away goal, that would put it pretty much beyond reach for Tottenham, I think. But Pavon's, as we've seen before, is really fast, and he just does things like that. He's ridiculous. But Courtois just plucks that cross out of the air fairly comfortably. As can we build? So Courtois out to Fekir on this right hand side. A new role for him this time. He gets easily dispossessed by Ben Davies. Vertonghen, Eriksen. Fekir intercepts the pass and then plays an absolutely ridiculously bad pass. Dele Alli looked offside there, I have to say. Ali, great save by Courtois. He looked offside there though. Right, so Tottenham with the corner. Christian Pavon with the corner and headed away by Jorginho. Comes back to Pavon. Skips by Kante. Kane, Vertonghen, Eriksen. Another good save by Courtois. And it did look a certain goal. The commentary was correct. So Tottenham having a few chances. I'm not really very happy about that. I think after this highlight, what we'll do is we'll change it up a little bit. So here's Kane. Vertonghen again. Look, see, Kante's being dragged way out of position. What I want to do is tell him to stop closing down so much. Pavon, Kane, and Harry Kane has scored. It's 4-2 on aggregate. We really just don't have an answer for Tottenham at the minute, so we're going to have to change things up a little bit. Just sit in a little bit, I think, and try and ride out to stop them getting a bit of momentum. They only need 2 more goals now, so we need to be careful. Right, so what we've done is we've just told them to stop closing down so much. We've taken off use tight marking and get stuck in, because I think that's forcing people out of position and creating space for Tottenham. So I've also went balanced as well rather than narrow. Balanced rather than wide, to narrow us in a little bit and just to make us a bit more compact. I'm going to take off being more expressive as well and just try and control the game a little bit more, because we're just not in control of it at the minute. That does seem to have helped a little bit, but Tottenham do have another highlight. Dyer heads down, Vertonghen, Eriksen again. Dyer from range, but it's wide. We'll take shots like that from distance all day long, to be honest. So Courtois gets it up the pitch. Torres can't get to it. Eriksen, Pavon. Pavon causes us problems every single time. I mean, that's a poor shot, but he causes us problems every time we play Tottenham. Right then, so just before half time, we've actually picked up an injury to Cesar Azpilicueta. I think Harry Kane got injured in the process as well. We're going to bring Kurt Zouma in at right back. Can fill in there quite well, so we'll just pop him on defend just so that he's a bit further back with it, obviously with Fekir being on attack. So confirm the changes. Right then, so it's half time. You can see Tottenham have been very dominant in the game. They haven't created too much, but obviously I want to try and not concede any more goals in the second half. They only need 2 more goals and that'll see us out of the competition. I thought we might create a bit more than what we have, but we need to be better in the second half. I'm going to get into the boys and just tell them that I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. They look fired up. Hopefully that can see us through the second half. We've got another one after 48 minutes. It would be, I think, disastrous now for us to concede a goal at this point. If we can get a goal, that would be brilliant. So we've won the ball back. Here's Denis Suarez. What can he do? Inside for Barkley. Barkley drives forward with it. And is that going to be Nabil Fekir sent off again against Tottenham away from home? This is unbelievable. It's Fekir twice. Last time he got sent off after 13 minutes in a really important game. He's done it again after 48. It's just a bit of a liability, to be honest, when it comes to that. So we're going to drop these back in and just do what we did last time against Tottenham. I think dropping it to counter might help as well, so we'll do that. Stop trying to work it into the box, stop exploiting the middle, stop even playing out of defence. We'll just go very basic. So this is what we've changed it to after Fekir's stupid sending off. We've gone pretty much flat 4-4-1 formation. We can forget about scoring now, but if Tottenham get 2 more, we're out. So we do actually seem to, 60 minutes gone, we do actually seem to be nullifying the game a little bit, which is good. Tottenham seemingly can't really create anything, and we're defending well, so might actually get Barkley off for a more defensive player in that role, such as a Fabregas type, which I think is what we'll do. But it will be our last substitute, so actually I'm going to leave Barkley out there for now. Now, if Tottenham get a goal any time now, it's going to make for an extremely tense final few minutes, but it looks as if we might see it through. We're just going to now make that change, actually get David Luiz on there and just change him with Jorginho, make him a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and you can stay as the advanced playmaker on support. So it does look like we're going to lose the game, potentially 1-0. As there is a chance here. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a red card for Sanchez as well. Frustration shown from Tottenham as Sanchez gets sent off. We both end with 10, and it looks like we are going to go through to the next round. We defended really well. We did it against Tottenham last time. We defended really well when Fekir got sent off after 13 minutes. But yeah, Christian Pavon always causing us problems every time we play them. So Tottenham then playing it around nicely. Dembele, Son, Eriksen, looks like we are going to see it out. Tottenham need to get it forward if they've got any chance here. Dembele did try, but we've won it off them fairly, I think. As Zuma comes out with it, and that should be that. That was a risky ball back. Christensen, up to Suarez. Abraham now picks it up, charges at the defence, but then gives it away. And there we go. So it's 4-2 on aggregate. We lose the game, but 4-2 on aggregate against Tottenham. It's a good result. 2 best teams in the Premier League at the moment, so excellent stuff. So we're into the quarter-final of the Europa League. And just take a look at some of our potential opponents. We've got Monaco, who beat Hertha Berlin 2-0. Lazio, who beat Torino on penalties. Lyon. Marseille actually knocked Dortmund out, so I think that's a good result for us, really. Benfica, Zenit, and Hoffenheim knocked Valencia out. So I would be looking for probably Lazio or Hoffenheim or Marseille. I probably would take in the next round. So that's quite a nasty injury to Cesar Azpilicueta there. He's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks after getting injured against Tottenham, and also Fekir got banned as well after that stupid sending off. I'm going to fine him a week's wages for that, and he's accepted it because he's done it twice now. So I'm just wondering if there'll be a draw anytime soon. It doesn't say on here when the draw might be. If you just look at the calendar, yeah, so I can't actually see the Europa League draw anywhere in March. We've got the semi-final draw in April, but I can't see. I mean, do let me know if you can see it, but I just can't see it. I'll advance a few days obviously before the Crystal Palace game to see if we do get the draw, and if so, we'll come back for it. Okay, so we have got the Europa League quarter-final draw. Let's do it then. See who we get in the quarter-final. So we've got Monaco, Hoffenheim. I'm actually just going to move my face for this because you won't be able to see the teams in the draw, so I'll just move myself up here. So we've got Marseille. I'd take Marseille, I think. So it's Marseille, Zenit. So we've got Monaco, Hoffenheim, Lyon, Lazio and Benfica. Monaco, probably the team I'd want to avoid most. Benfica. So it's Monaco, Benfica, 2 big sides there potentially going out. I'd take any of the last 3, to be honest. Here we are. So it's a home tie first against Lyon. So we've got Lyon in the quarter-final. Lyon's not a bad draw. I think we've got every chance of beating Lyon. Certainly Tottenham was a harder draw than Lyon will be, I imagine. Obviously I'm not sure how good Lyon are, but just take a little look at the squad and have a little nosy. So I know this guy's good because he's came up on my scouting report quite a few times, Tanguy Ndombele. So I mean, it looks like they have got a fairly decent team, the 3rd in Ligue 1. Monaco look to be the stronger team, don't they? And they're still in. They're playing Benfica, so hopefully Benfica could do us a favour there. But yeah, happy with that draw, to be honest with you. So then if we take a look at our schedule, we've had a couple of bad results against Tottenham and Watford, but the Tottenham game can be taken in isolation, really. I mean, Nabil Fekir got himself sent off again. Also, it was a game away against Tottenham. A 1-0 result isn't anything to worry about, I don't think. We've got Crystal Palace next in the FA Cup 6th round, another competition which we're looking to win, but we won't come back for that game. I think the games that we'll come back for are Man City, obviously, because it's a big game in terms of the league, and Lyon in the Europa League quarter-final first leg. So and then we'll play the second leg and Reading, I think. Yeah, we'll play Reading. And one final thing just before we go, obviously the Watford result changed things in the Premier League. Tottenham are now only 3 points behind us. We do have a superior goal difference, but that could all change with certain results. So the league is looking very tight now, and it's because of a couple of poor results, draws and losses here and there that we really shouldn't be having at this stage. You know, I think it's the injury to Alvaro Morata that's affected us obviously as well, having to play Tammy Abraham up front. So that brings us to the end of the episode, everyone. Thanks again very much for watching. If you could drop me a like, comment or subscribe, I would be most humbled. Thank you again now. Bye bye.